and you're watching Ringside with Walter Banks. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ringside with Walter Banks. We have a special show today. Tyson in Israel. Is it possible? He's been to Japan. He's been to Russia. We're going to talk about that right now. My guest starting immediately to my right, I have Grant Elvis Phillips. Great to have you come on the show.
It's a pleasure.
Of course, we have Aaron Bronstein, promoter, president of the IPBA.
Hey, Shalom America. How you doing out there?
Okay, if my arms are a little long, I reach you too. Okay. And of course, we have David Schwartz, chief executive of the IPBA. Okay, what's going on? Mike Tyson in Israel? Are you guys serious?
Well, let's start. This all started back in November at the WBC convention. I represented Israel because we did a WBC title fight in September. So I hooked up with Mike there. We got to talking about it, and I said, let's do a Jimmy Jacobs Memorial fight in the Holy Land. We have the money, we have the site, so why not get the big fight?
And you're naming it
Peace in the East.
Okay, that's a new one.
Be the biggest sporting event of the 20th century, guaranteed.
Okay, David, you're a financial advisor here.
Oh, yes.
Do you have the money for Mike Tyson?
Yes, we do. We have it all arranged. We want to promote our country, Israel, by bringing tourists, and at the same time host the greatest sporting event, I believe, of the 20th century, bring him to Israel.
Now, if my information is correct, you guys pretty much turned around boxing in Israel. Is that true?
That is true.
Okay.
We have hosted two major boxing events in Israel, one in the Cinerama and one in the Tel Aviv Hilton, which was a black tie affair, like the London Variety Club. Mr. Bronstein was the ring announcer and the promoter, and was very, very successful. And we believe that boxing will help out the country, promote its image as the only democracy to really have strong capitalism in the Middle East. Wow. And we all, at the same time, we believe that sporting will unite all the different warring factions there.
Who are some of the popular fighters over there?
Well, the most famous fighter, matter of fact, is an Arab, Abu Lashim.
You gotta be kidding.
A junior welterweight. He fights in all my shows. He lives in Nazareth. And we have the Arabs fighting the Israelis all the time.
Oh, wow.
It's a sport.
Okay. Now, you have some videotape footage. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Basically talking, we're going to talk about your first, one of your first big promotions in Israel. What is this about now?
Which show?
The first show.
First show, we got lucky. We got Michael Greer, who was at the current time the WBC Cruiserweight champion. And we got Ricky Ennis, who was ranked number 4 in the world. They had had a fight before. We got lucky, so our first fight was a title fight. So Roy Van Putten came down from the WBC, and that's how it all started.
Okay, so the first tape we're going to look at, we're going to take a look at the prelim.
Shows a little bit about the country, how beautiful it is, how safe it is.
Right.
I mean, Israel is a great country. It's rock and roll. 80% of the population is under 35 years old. Sunny 9.5 months a year, and Israel's about as dangerous as Caesar's Palace Casino.
Wow.
My daughter, who's 6 years old, takes buses all over the country by herself.
Okay.
There's absolutely no crime. Speak to any of the fighters who fought on any of my cards. They're dying to come back.
And it's a great sporting country. Everybody likes sports, and everybody appreciates their athletes and comes out to see them all the time. A lot of support there.
All right, so I think we're ready to take a look at that tape. Let's take a look.
Tonight we have history. For the first time in the history of Israel, we're going to have a world title fight sanctioned by the World Boxing Council. Let's have a round of applause for Roy Van Putten from the WBC all the way from Aruba. Let's hear it, Israel. As an Ola Chadash, I'm commemorating this fight to Israel's 40th birthday, which they never had because of the rocks. So I want everyone to stand for Hatikva.